Okay, guys, now we're gonna get a little bit funky. You ready to get funky with me? Let's do this, man. Let's get funky. What if we have something like 12x plus 5? Um, we're gonna we're gonna run into some partials here, and that's this lesson. Um, partials and how to work with it. 1 second. There we go. Okay. 12x plus 5. What are we gonna do with this? All right. We're going to stay with left and right again. Oh, wait, 12x plus 5. Sorry. Divided by 5. Let's say divided by we won't deal with negatives at this point. We'll stay away from that. Okay. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. 12x is going to look like this. 2, 3, 4, and 8, 12. And then 5 is going to look like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I want to divide it into 5 parts. So I'm just going to kind of give lots of room here to divvy that out. Now, I have a warning. There's going to take some drawing with this. You're going to need some paper, but don't worry, it's not going to be that hard. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start like using my every time, right? Change it to move. And I'm going to just kind of move into these groups. As many as I think will fit. Right now, I'm just going to try 3. And I won't make you watch this. Now, I want to show you something. I started with 3, and it was too much in each group. Why? I don't have enough down here. So let's start to give this guy more. Let's give him 2. Uh-oh. Wait. I think I only have enough to give each. These are left over. I have 2 left over. So what the heck do I do with that? What do I do with that? Okay, guys, here is where you start to draw. You ready for this? You can do it. You can do it. Stay with me, okay? Okay, so what I've done is what I would probably draw on my paper, okay? Because you can't really draw on your screen. So what I would draw, I wouldn't draw all these X's because that's already taken care of. I'm only worried about these 2 X's. So on my paper, I'll probably draw. Let me get my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw 2 X's. Okay, I did not make those equal, you can tell, but I really tried my best, guys. I hope that's enough for you. Okay, and I know that's X. All right. So what I might actually do, and you don't have to do this, this is just me being picky, guys, is I might just say, hey, this is the length X, and you'll see why I would prefer that here in a second. If you keep the X there, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now watch what I'm going to do, guys. There's 5 different groups I need to send this to. So what I'm going to do is cut this into 5 equal pieces. So this right here, this is 1/5 X. This is 1/5 X. It's 1/5 of X. It's X cut into 5 parts, and that's one of those 5 parts. And then the same here, 1/5 X. You don't have to fill that all out. Drawing it on here, I'm essentially doing this. I'm saying I'm taking these X's and I'm cutting them into 5 parts. Why? Because I have 5 groups. Okay. Now, if you want, you can just kind of like go by and cross them out, right? Like you can tally them and cross them out. So I'll be like, here's a 5th, or you could draw it. You could say 1/5, done. 1/5 X, right? 1/5 X. Okay, got that guy. And you just go through, Or maybe you can see that I have 2 rows of 5. And so you know that you'll have like another 1/5 x. Essentially, you're going to have 2 of those fifths of x in each group, right? You will have 2/5 x, right? 1/5 plus 1/5 is 2x. 2/5 x. 2/5 x. Just essentially, if you don't get that, see me. I'll help you with that, okay? But this is what I'm doing on my paper. If you need to rewind and see what's going on with these 1/5 and how I'm sorting them, go back and look at that or ask me for help. This is very important. Now, what if, well, hold on. All right, if I'm going to go with the other method, remember, I'm going to try to get 12 x's and also 5. If you want to, you can start with the 5 first because that's obviously the easy one, right? So you could very easily give it some space. Just go 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. That's fine. Because that's the easy one, right? And then x. Okay, so I'm trying to get to 12x. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now I need to fill these out. It's the same idea. Watch. This is easy right here. This is going to be 1 as a heading, right? And then I for sure have these 2 columns of x's. But then on my piece of paper, I can take those 2, right? I can take those 2, and again, the same idea is I'll cut them into 5 equal pieces, and then I just realize like, okay, wait. This is 1/5, right? Like this length right here is 1/5. 2/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. 5 equal parts, right? So, okay, so I'm dividing this into fifths. So what I can do is just draw like a 1/5 of a, and now it's hard because I can't like this is where I gotta be a little clever, and this is where I might cross out, but I'm like thinking this row right here, there's 5 there, and I need to make 5 with the 1/5, right? These pieces are each 1/5 x. So I need to make 5 of those. I'll just take that row right there and draw them like this. Okay. And so every single one of those is 1/5 x. Okay. You don't have to necessarily label it. That's what those headings are for. But I'm going to do it just to show you it's not that much work. So that took care of this row. There's 5 there. 5 1/5 of x. 5 pieces of x when I cut it into 5 equal parts, right? Then there's this bottom row. Well, that will be represented right here. And I'm not going to write it. It's the same thing. But look, guys, here is our answer. Here's our answer. Right here. Okay, the answer is I'm going to look at how many x's I have first. I have 2 x's, and then I have 2/5 x. So I have, sorry, x actually isn't that. I have 2 and then 2/5, right? 2 x's and then a fifth and then a second fifth x. 2 and 2/5 x. Plus 1. This one right here, right? What does it mean, guys? It means 2 and 2/5 x plus 1 times 5 will give me 12x plus 5. It means that this is the answer. If I take 12x plus 5, which is right here, this is 12x's. and divide it into 5 parts, I get 2 2/5 x plus 5. Woo! Let's do a couple examples together.